It is a story from very old times. A very poor woman gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. On his hand, there was a big blue birthmark, which according to the priests made him very lucky. At the time of his birth, the wise village priest predicted that when this boy turns 18, he would marry the king's daughter and one day rule the kingdom himself. A few days later, while hunting, a king lost his way and reached the same village where the child was born. The villagers did not recognize him because they had never seen the king before. During conversation, an old man of the village told the king that a special child had recently been born in their village, who would marry the princess at the age of 18. Hearing this, the king became very angry because only a few days earlier his own daughter had been born. The king was already very proud and hard-hearted. He started thinking to himself, "Why don't I give some money to that poor woman, take her child away and finish him off? Then this lucky boy will not remain alive and he will never marry my daughter." Thinking this, the king said to the village elder, "Baba, can you take me to that woman? She is too poor to raise the child properly. I will take him and bring him up in a good way. Take me to her house." The old man took the king to the lucky child's mother. The king requested her to give him the child and said, "See, sister, you are very poor. How will you raise such a blessed child? Give him to me. I will take very good care of him." The poor woman kept refusing to give her child, but the king gave her a lot of money and said, "Take this money and take care of yourself. When your lucky son grows up, he will come back to you on his own."
This child is truly very lucky. That is why such a rich man has come to my house to take him. Maybe this is God's will.
After much thinking, the poor woman finally gave her child to the king. The king bought a wooden box, put the baby inside it, and let it flow away in the river. He believed that the child would suffocate and die inside the box. He felt secretly happy, thinking he had saved his beloved daughter from an unwanted husband. But it is said that the one who saves is stronger than the one who wants to kill. The same happened here. The wooden box kept floating and got stuck near a watermill. A servant working there saw the box and felt very happy. "It seems there must be a lot of treasure inside this box." He jumped into the water, pulled the box out and opened it. To his surprise, he saw a small baby sleeping inside dirty clothes. "I thought there would be treasure inside, but there is only a baby. What use is this child to me? I would take him to my mill owner. He has no child of his own. Yes, let me hand over this child to my mill owner." Thinking this, the servant took the baby to his master. The mill owner was very happy to see the child. He believed that God had heard his wife's prayers and sent them a child. Both husband and wife raised the boy with great love and care. As he grew up, his face began to shine with a special glow. Anyone who saw him was amazed by his beauty. One day, something happened that proved the old prophecy true. The king was passing by the same road where the watermill stood. Suddenly, a huge storm arose, so he had to stop near the mill. There he saw a very handsome young boy sitting at the shop. The king asked the mill owner, "Is this your son?" "Yes, he is our son, because we raised him ourselves. About 18 years ago, we found him in a wooden box." The king immediately remembered everything. He was shocked to realize that the child he had tried to kill was still alive. He began planning again how to get rid of him. He then said to the mill owner, "Can you allow this boy to do one small task for me? I need to send an important letter to the queen. I will give him 2 gold coins for this work. Hope you allow him." Hearing this, the boy immediately agreed, and the mill owner also allowed him to go. The king quickly wrote a letter to the queen. "As soon as this boy reaches you with my letter, you must have him killed and buried far from the palace. All this must be done before I return." After writing this, the king sealed the letter and handed it to the boy. The boy immediately started walking towards the royal palace with the letter. Till that day, he had never gone far from his home, so he could not find the way to the palace and began wandering in the forest. Evening had already fallen. Suddenly, in the darkness, he saw a light glowing in the distance. He ran toward it and saw a small mud house there. The house had no door at all. When he entered inside, he saw an old woman sitting alone by a burning fire. Seeing the boy suddenly in front of her, she got frightened and asked him,
Son, where are you coming from? And where are you going?
"Grandma, I am coming from the nearby village watermill, and I am going to the royal palace to deliver this letter to the queen. But I lost my way in the forest. While searching for the road, evening fell, and in the darkness, I saw only this house." The old woman felt great pity for the boy, because the place where he had stopped was actually a hideout of robbers, and she herself was their servant. She feared that if the robbers saw him, they would kill him. So the old woman told him the truth. At first, the boy felt scared, knowing that he was inside the robber's house. But it was too dark to go anywhere else. He was also very tired after walking all day, and sleep was overpowering him. On the old woman's advice, he quietly lay down on the floor in one corner of the house. When the robbers returned, they became furious seeing a stranger sleeping in their home. The old servant explained everything to them and also showed the letter to their chief, which the boy had given her to see. Seeing the king's seal, the robbers grew suspicious. Their leader carefully opened the letter and read it. Seeing its contents, he felt deep pity for the sleeping boy. He tore up the king's letter and placed another letter in its place. "As soon as this boy reaches the palace, you must marry him to our princess. This must be done before I return." After writing this, they placed the letter back and quietly left before morning. When the boy woke up, the old woman gave him some food. Then he set off toward the royal palace. Reaching there, he handed the letter to the queen. When she read it, she was shocked.
What kind of order has the king given? He wants me to marry my daughter to an unknown boy. But the king's seal is on the letter, so it cannot be false.
Before the king returned, she had to carry out his command. She called the boy to her, liked his innocent and handsome face, and married him to her daughter the very next day. The boy began living happily with the princess in the palace. A few months later, when the king returned, he was eager to know about the boy. But when he learned that the queen had married the princess to the very boy, he became extremely angry. The very thing he wanted to avoid had already happened. He demanded to see the letter. After reading it, he was stunned to see that it spoke of marrying the boy to the princess. He suspected that the boy must be educated and had changed the letter on the way. He called the boy and ordered him to tell the truth. "O king, I do not know what you had written in the letter. I delivered it exactly as I received it. Yes, I did spend one night in an old house in the forest because I lost my way. Please believe me." The king did not believe him. He already hated the boy and did not want him to become king after marrying his daughter. He said, During my absence, the queen married my daughter to you, a poor boy. But I will not accept this marriage unless you bring me the devil's 3 golden hairs. Only after you do this will I truly accept you as my son-in-law. The king set this impossible condition, hoping that the boy would die while searching for the golden hair. And thus he would get rid of him. The boy had no choice but to obey, because if he refused, the king would kill him anyway. So he decided it was better to try his luck.